Welcome back. In our last lesson, we just created our signout saga. We also created our signout methods so that we're able to properly catch and check whether or not our signout is successful and then log an error if it is. Otherwise, we put out this new method of signout success. Now, what we want to do in this lesson is we want to have our cart clear out anything that it's got inside of its reducer when the user signs out successfully. And there's two main methods that we can do to actually execute this. The first one is inside of our cart reducer, we can make a new case where we listen for user action types dot signout success, and then we clear out the cart items here. That's perfectly valid because we know our reducers all get every single action that ever fires inside of our application. The thing, however, though, is if we think about this functionality that we're trying to build, is there ever a chance where we're going to want to reuse the ability to clear out our cart? Well, it turns out that there actually might be. We might want to, at some point, perhaps allow the user to click something inside of the cart itself that allows them to empty it out entirely, essentially resetting the entire cart. Again, this is just a functionality that seems like it's very useful to have inside of its own reusable function. So let's actually do it. And it's also good practice for us to just keep writing more sagas as well as updating our Redux files to accommodate this new feature. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to make a new cart type and a new cart action, as well as a new cart saga. So first, let's start with a type. Let's make a new type called clear cart. And what clear cart does is it will do exactly as it says. We're going to create a new action called clear cart. And this will just create the action type of cart action types dot clear cart. Now that we have this, we need to make sure that we dispatch clear cart from our saga, right, when we hear that user action sign out success. So let's make our new cart sagas folder. And as you remember, because we're making a new saga file, we're going to have to bring this into our root sagas as well as creating a base sagas. So here what we'll do is we will import in all, call, take latest, and put, because we know that we need all of these effects. Now what we're going to do is we're first going to create our cart sagas, root saga, and this will essentially yield the all. And then inside of that array, we'll pass our subsequent calls. We also know that we need the user action types because this will be what we're listening for. We also need our clear cart action because this is what we're going to fire out of our saga. So we're going to export out, right, our new saga called on sign out success. And here we're going to yield take latest, where we're listening for that user actions, sign out success. And then what we're going to do is we're going to create this new clear cart on sign out. And in here, all we do is we just yield us putting out our clear cart method. And we'll pass this into our take latest. And then we'll make sure to call it inside of our cart sagas on sign out success. So now what we've done is we've created this listener for sign out success, but we've also created this method that will pretty much do different things depending on when this action fires. So if we wanted to do other things, let's say our cart reducer got larger or there were more things we wanted to do with our cart based on this sign out success, we're able to put them all inside of the saga, right? We're able to extrapolate out that logic and functionality into its own saga. And now all we got to do is add our cart sagas to our root saga. Cart sagas. And we just got to make sure to call it here. And now if we save, we go back to our application. If we add some items to our cart, we sign in. If we sign out now, we see that, oh, we're firing our clear cart. Oh, of course, we didn't update our reducer. So let's update our reducer to listen for our new cart action types dot clear cart, which returns us back our state, except cart items is an empty array. Now, if we sign in again, and we hit our sign out, we clear our cart. So that's exactly what we're hoping to do. And now you can see the pattern in which we can do different things across our application, leveraging our new sign out success method. So this is the main idea with sagas, is that we're able to just move out all of our functionality and also put us in the correct mindset of how we should structure our application so that we have different parts of our code listening for different things, but then handling different ways that we interact with both our Redux reducers, right? Our components. And the big beauty is that now our components are pretty much free from much of the logic that used to be inside of them. Now, all of that logic is in sagas and it's reusable. Our components are more presentational, which is actually the ideal pattern when it comes to writing React components. Now, one quick change that we can make is that we can modify our shop sagas to also have a base shop saga because we are now implementing that pattern everywhere. It's just the best practice to do so, right? So let's just bring back in all as well. And we'll export out a root shop sagas, which is equal to our yield call of our fetch collection start. And this is what we'll bring into our root saga. And now, hopefully everything stays the same. We refresh, fetch collection start, fetch collection success. Awesome. Everything's still working. Now that we have our sagas, the only logic left that we have to convert into sagas inside of our application is in our signup component. So what I want you to do is actually do this yourself as an exercise. At the end of this video, I want you to try and move this code into a saga yourself. Now, there's a couple caveats I'm going to help you with. The first is that I want you to move this signup process itself into a saga using the Redux file structure that we've already got. What do I mean by that? I just mean I want you to create a signup start, signup success, and signup failure call. But right now, what we're doing with our application is that essentially a user is able to create an account by signing up here, but we have no way of actually signing them up or giving them any indication that they were successful other than restarting actual form, like clearing it out. What I want you to do is that if their sign up is successful, I want you to actually sign them in as well, leveraging the code that we already have. So that's an extra challenge. You don't necessarily have to do it. You can just get it to the state where it just gets rid of it, and then we will tackle it in the next video. But it'll be a good way for you to flex what you've already learned and then try some other things with the code base that we already have. I want you to have the confidence to play around in all of this code that we've written, because you will have to modify a couple things ever so slightly. So definitely give it a try. And in the next lesson, we will explore how to do this ourselves.